Hi friends, MD Vegan. On my gentle juice fasting day, it's once a week, and I only drink lots of liquids. That means water. I begin with a glass of water or two in the morning. And I maybe have a tea. I make a nice juice once in a day or twice, and maybe plant milk, or I make a big pot of broth, vegetable broth. That is a wonderful thing in a fasting day. It washes through the body all the toxins that are released on a fasting day, because on a fasting day what happens is the intestines, they gotta rest. So where most the energy from the food we take in goes into the intestines just for digestion only, 60% or so, all that energy is not used. So all the energy we take in goes directly into the system to cleanse, and we can also make self-reflection, we can be creative. So it's a wonderful time for doing something nice. Yeah, that's how I see it. I save a lot of time in the kitchen. I don't need to cook to prepare my food. All I do is making juice. I do that in every fasting day. I make a new recipe to have something delightful, to enjoy the senses, because the senses get enhanced. I don't eat. There's so much energy inside, free from digestion. It's free, and my senses get so more sensitive. So it's a wonderful time to be creative, yeah? You feel so much more. But of course it is important to have that benefit. It's important to feel great, because if I feel depressed, if I feel weak, if I have a headache or something, then all this doesn't work. Then I'm too much occupied with the cleansing. The cleansing can be painful, depends on how much toxins you have stored in your body. To avoid that, that negative effect, I begin very slowly. That's why we call it gentle juice fasting. Gentle is a non-violent way of living. That's what all vegans choose to do, the non-violent lifestyle, also called Ahimsa lifestyle, according to the ancient Indian term Ahimsa. And that also means that you are compassionate, because you cannot be non-violent if you are not compassionate. The compassion and the love, that's the base of the non-violence. Otherwise, if you're not compassionate, you don't know when the violence begins. If you hurt somebody, you have to understand what the other feels like, that you can avoid the violence. That is the very simple thing. So compassion is the base, the foundation of non-violence. And non-violence might be the lowest standard, maybe, what you can ask people if they don't accept that. Not even the minimum, not being violent. If that, then you can stop talking to them, I guess. So that is the bare minimum. And that, of course, the highest standard is the unconditional love and compassion to others. And that, of course, is the base for non-violence, for all our morality. And it's a very simple thing. You just need to not harm yourself. You always have to feel great. I try to always feel great, to unfold my best performance. And so that is a way to do that with the wonderful juices. But if I have a feeling that is too much, if pressure in the head begins, I begin to be shaky or something, I have to consume something. Maybe I have to eat a little soup, a light soup or a light salad, or a smoothie, even when the digestion begins to work a little bit. So that I can do that if I feel bad a little bit, if I begin to feel. I have to be careful, because once I begin to feel bad, it's already too late almost, because then the effect gets stronger and stronger. I cannot stop it anymore. So I have to be a little bit aware of that. And so ahead of time, I make these juices. I try to get some nice ingredients that could fit together to make a new juice. I drink a lot of water to make sure, because I know when I drink 4 liters of liquid on a fasting day overall, I know I won't have a headache or something. I will feel great, more or less. That's the minimum for me, but that might be different for all. So if I get 4 liters, I'm fine. I know that. So I have to drink these 4 liters over the day. And that's my way to make sure. Of course, I have to do exercise, practice, move the body, walk around, go to the air. And that's all these things that you need to feel great. Usually, the good things we do in life, right? And now I make this juice. I have, this time I have a red juice, beet juice, and that is a nice opportunity to create new flavors, because nothing like beets, red beets, is there, to my knowledge so far, that creates such a great amount of new flavors. That means maybe that is because it is full of sugar. Red beets are full of sugar, and they're hidden in the earth element. Carrots are earth plants. They live in the earth and grow in the earth. And the carrots also, they're also earth flavors, I call them. And also here in carrots, a lot of sugar. And when you have this earth flavor, they hide the sugar, so to say. So if you eat a beet, it doesn't really taste sweet in the first impression. Sometimes it is a little scratchy, scratches in the throat. So especially when you make a beet juice, just beets, you can't drink it. You may drink it in the first, but then a moment later it begins to scratch. It takes 4 hours until that goes away. It's nothing serious, it doesn't really hurt you, but it is a very unpleasant feeling. It comes from the oxalates. That is a heavy soluble salt in the fruit, in the beet, in the roots, and that causes some bad effects in the body. So if I add some fruit to the beet, like an orange for example, then that doesn't happen anymore. So I have a beet here that is a very powerful root. It gives me more endurance. I have many good health benefits. Beets are very healthy. Not only they create the most exciting flavors, when you put some fruit to it, yeah, there are flavors I never have thought of before, really almost. I have some nice beet juices in my recipe list. You can watch YouTube and look at beet juices, Emily Vegan Beet Juice on YouTube, and you'll find all the list of beet juices. And there are really some amazing ones, I have to say. I may say. And today I make a new one, and the orange is a classical combination with the beet. And for the carrot, the classical combination is an apple. Apple carrot juice or beet orange juices, they are wonderful, yeah, all by themselves. Yeah. Now I combine them. These are three apples and all those 3 oranges that I've shown you before. Yeah. So this is the complementary fruit for my beets and carrots. I have done that before. Beets and carrots together with apples and oranges. I did not do that with this. Never did this with parsley. This is a large bunch of parsley, and that is a very nice herb. It's a very common, in Germany, a very common kitchen herb. I have it always at home. I put it on many salads. It can also be juiced very nicely, and it is a very strong cleansing. This green herb is, especially this green herb is, can remove heavy metals from the body, and they are among the most dangerous toxins for the body. Yeah. The heavy metals, they are like little bombs. They attack the DNA, so the core of our cells, where we reproduce ourselves, the DNA, and they get attacked by these heavy metals. So it's important to get the heavy metals out of the body, and oftentimes our body keeps these heavy metals, like in a cramp, keep the heavy metals, and so if you have it's parsley every time, it gets washed out. That's a good thing the parsley does. The cilantro also is a Chinese parsley, also does that. These two are very good to know. Always have parsley and cilantro at home, one of each other. I have at home always. And they have a nice green sour flavor that goes very nice with apples, for example. And I combine them now, the parsley, with the carrots and the beets and the apple and the oranges. So that's that part. The new flavor here comes from the parsley. I'll see what that will be like. I'm still curious. I find out today, right now. And then I oftentimes put that into recipes. That's a lemon, 1 lemon, a large one this time, and a good piece of ginger, 3-4 inches, to enhance the other flavors. Lemon and ginger is in many recipes, and my recipes to enhance the other flavors. They do not give another flavor, a new flavor, like the parsley gives a new flavor here. The lemon and ginger only enhance the other flavors. It makes it more fiery, more, highlights the sugar in there. The lemon does that. So I would put that in. You don't need to, you can leave the lemon and the ginger, you can usually leave that away, but you want to enhance it a little bit, you put the lemon and ginger. And I have some lemon peels here, yeah, and some orange peels. I just kept them to try what that will be like. Put it in, because the citrus fruit in general, the outside, the colors, the orange or the yellow, they are the most healthy, powerful nutrients in the citrus fruit, the outside. Inside is the delicious flavor, no, the sour flavor and the sweet flavor of the orange and the lemon. The outside is the healthy, lemony, citrusy, orangey flavor. So I put that a little bit into the juice if I can. Sometimes it will be too much and I don't take it, or only a little bit, and try that while juicing and find out. And the moment I come back, I'm going to now taste the juice so you can see. Seems to be my juice. Yeah, I have a 1.5 liter, as you can see. That's about a liter, that's 1.5 liter. And I poured it from one to the other container back and forth until they were, I consider them mixed in a nice way, because when you juice something with different ingredients, you can't put always the same amount of ingredients into the juicer at the same time of each ingredient. So maybe you juice the carrots first, and then you have a carrot juice, and then you juice some of the beets, and then you have a carrot beet juice, and in the end you put the orange in, and then you have a carrot beet orange. And in the meantime, yeah, the juice, when you're having 2 containers, might not be evenly mixed. That's all we have to do to finally have the juice taste similar or same everywhere. And also important, when you juice, you want to begin to juice, you might want to have a juicer. You get a juicer like this one. That's a slow masticating, so-called masticating juicer. That is very good. You can put almost everything into it. When you have they're a little bit more expensive when you begin juicing. When I began juicing, I had a very inexpensive one, a fast juicer, very fast one. But you can't put the greens in there, so the parsley would not be possible if you have a fast juicer. What you can also do, if you don't have a juicer, you can use a blender, and you blend everything together, and you then filter it through a fine filter, not milk bag or a micro sieve. You can also do that. It takes a little bit longer. So if you want to have a juicer, that would be a good decision. And finally, I juiced for some years before I got this one. You got an inexpensive one, a used one. The Champion juicer, for example, is very inexpensive because many people sell their old Champion juicers now. They throw it on the market. They want to have a new one, the more expensive one, the better ones. But in the end, this one is one of the first ones. It's very good quality. You can juice almost everything. And it's very expensive, as many people are selling theirs. So you get to eBay or something, somewhere where they get these ones, where you sell these ones. And I got this one too, very expensive, and it holds for decades. You know, I was lucky to find a new one almost. It was used 3 times or so. But I don't need a new fancy one. They are maybe a little bit better, but they can juice everything with this one here, and I'm very happy. And it holds for decades. Really, a very good one. I would recommend that old-fashioned Champion juicer, and it's very easy to cleanse. That's also important. And I can put the parsley in there. And if you put the ingredients one after the other, so one apple first, then a little orange, then a carrot, then a beet, then a little parsley, and then you begin with the apple again. So if you mix it a little bit, it's easier to juice. So that's a little bit about the practicability of juicing, how to juice, what to juice with, and so on. But in the end, you want to have a nice juice, as this one I hope is, and I will taste it now to see what it tastes like, because that's the most important thing. Yeah. The color is nice, I can see that, beautiful color, as always with beet juices. And the texture also, it's pretty runny, that's nice. Sometimes juices are thick, can also be nice. With mango or pear, you have mostly thick juices, but with carrots and oranges or apples, you have mostly runnier juices. This is a runny one, so it's nice, so I taste it now. Oh yeah, wonderful. Delicious. I can taste a little bit of that parsley in the background, this sour green flavor tone. It's a characteristic of parsley. It's just that the background gives a little bit of background color. Very nice, it's very gentle. You know, the quantities of my ingredients, as you saw before, is pretty balanced. I have a little experience. You know, the most important thing if you have a juice of the vegetable, that you balance the vegetable with fruit. The easiest juice to begin with, I would say, is a carrot juice. You cannot go wrong. You can even juice only carrots. It will always taste delicious when you have an older carrot with a little bit darker outside. It might taste a little bit bitter, but you have a fresh young carrot. It's delicious. You put an apple or an orange to it, it's even better maybe, and then you have a very wonderful juice. And then the beet juice is a little bit more difficult because you cannot juice a beet as is. You have to put something to it. It's a little bit difficult. But both carrots and beets are easy to juice. You can use any juicer for that. Then the next juice would be a green juice maybe. They're a little bit more difficult because the flavor is a little bit difficult. They're always bitter, like a cucumber. You have to put something into your cucumber juice, like a celery and an apple, maybe and a lemon and orange. Then a cucumber juice is delicious. The green juices are maybe the crown of the juices. They are really the healthiest ones, I would say. Green is our healthiest food because of that chlorophyll. The inside of the chlorophyll the chlorophyll molecule is the same molecule as our red blood cells. Yeah, the red color in our blood is the same molecule as the green in the leaves. Interesting, but there's one difference. In the center of that molecule, in the red color is the iron molecule, the iron atom. In the center of the green color, the chlorophyll, is the magnesium. The magnesium and the iron is the difference between the green and the red. So you see why the green is so healthy. Yeah, it's almost the same as our blood. And it's really super healthy for many, many reasons. And the magnesium is something we use in our body for the muscles. You know, if you want to train the muscles, if you have too little magnesium, the muscles cramp together. They need to relax. And I mean, all muscle works. The muscle work always best if they are relaxed. In the overall relaxed state, even if you do some heavy work, the overall state of the muscle needs to be relaxed, not cramped. A cramped muscle is over. It's stuck. You need to be relaxed. We'll learn that in yoga. That's another story. But for that, the magnesium is so important. Just one little detail. So you come to the green juices. They are pretty high, and they're a little bit difficult to make because of the flavor, as I said. But you can also always begin with the carrot juice, and they are really nice also. Yeah. So I have a lot of different juices. So this tastes wonderful. I show you what it looks like now. I talked enough. Yeah. And here is the juice, what it looks like. It flows into the glass. You see it's runny. You see the color. It's beautiful. I like these red colors. And the colors are very important. More and more, science teaches us that what the doctors say when they say eat the rainbow. That means eat all the colors. That is a healthy diet also. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. I always explore the ingredients, how they play together. That's my big story here. How do the ingredients play together? How can I combine them? How can I create new recipes that are healthy and delicious and easy to make? That's my story. And yeah, and then you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. And I hope to see you soon. And you can also find out a little bit more about this Gentle Juicefasting. There's a Facebook page called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. Tree Yoga is the non-violent yoga style. The Gentle Juicefasting comes from that yoga style, from Yogini Kaliji. She is the founder, and she brought the flow into yoga and all these non-violent things. You can find more about the Gentle Juicefasting on that Facebook page, Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. You can go there, Tree Yoga, like tree yoga. That's the new yoga style. And yeah, become their member. It's very, 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 very easy. I will let you in easily. And then you find all my juices there in the moon calendar for the best fasting days and so on and so on. So hope to see you soon.